all that junk in the trunk. So much room for activities.
I actually didn't expect that.
Golf clubs, like me and you, both can go to the course together in our American-made rear engine sports mobile.
That's legit.
It's a pretty big dual clutch transmission. I mean, for the first time Chevy trying to do a mid-engine vehicle, they freaking killed it. Like, this car is incredible to drive. You haven't been in one yet, have you?
I have not.
I'm gonna have to take you out in it. It's beautiful. It's a masterpiece. This driver-focused cockpit. Just everything's all just so laid out in here, nice. What a freaking cool car for $70,000. So are there any fun buttons in here to push? Manual mode, sport, track. I think sport sounds nice. Come over here. You know, it's definitely the most impressive Corvette I've ever driven. It's wild how good it is in the corners.
What's the retail on one of these?
More than you can afford, pal!
How was it?
Magic is an understatement. Seriously, $70,000 dual clutch transmission V8. I mean, it's magic. Like, there's nothing out there that compares, period. Like, there really is not another car that you can get in this price range that's this. I mean, it just is unbelievable. And I think about just small things that you could do to improve the performance. I mean, you are supercar-ish, as close as you're getting for a sports car. I mean, it's insane. I'm so disappointed. The other day when we were up at Mercedes Farmington, the most beautiful G-Wagon 4x4 squared is sitting on the showroom floor on consignment. In their defense, this was already done by the person that had it on consignment, but it just disgusts me that people can't take pride in their work. And I don't even understand how somebody got paid to let this leave their shop, because this is bad for a used Honda. But you're talking about a 2018 rare G-Wagon. It's a 4x4 squared. These are like $250,000 used because of their amazing ability to off-road with the portal axles, which if you don't know what a portal axle is, the axle actually sits up higher and there's like a gear case on the end. So you've got all this incredible ground clearance, but this is a factory-built Mercedes that then somebody came through and did the most hack work I've ever seen in my life. It really makes me cry, Vinny. It hurts my feelings. Hurts my feelings on a Hyundai, but look, it's like peeling. This is what happens when you try to rush things or make it cheaper. I mean, there's like actual cut marks in the paint, which hopefully we'll be able to get those cleaned up you know, but I mean, it's failing on all these corners, the buckets. Some guys come in here with the razor blade and done some really, really shoddy work. So, oh, makes me want to cry. So we're gonna pull this all off. Hope there's not a ton of damage. Clean it up. Unfortunately, it's leaving the state, because I don't mind looking at it. And if I was a soccer mom, that would be the one. Good news, the 4x4 squared isn't ruined. Luckily, the cut marks that they did make, most of them are gonna clean out. It's pretty light in there. Luckily, they had a fairly light hand. I mean, we've got a little bit of cut in the top of the clear coat, but I think all that's still gonna polish out. Just have a little bit here left. Not terrible. I think it'll still polish out. This whole entire vehicle could use a really good polish and coating, but luckily, I think all the damage is going to go away. There still are no rock chips in it, and luckily, whoever cut it had a gentle enough hand that it didn't cut through. We all make mistakes, it does happen, but this was a tragedy to look at when I saw it on their showroom floor, so I'm glad that we were able to at least help them clean it up. Get it shipped out east, which I'm gonna be really sad that it's not staying here with us. That's all that's left. Tons of glue.
Yeah, it does. The adhesive promoted the bottom of that whole edge, so it does not want to come off.
And it obviously didn't stick still.
Oh, that part's stuck.
I almost feel like the adhesive promoters dissolve like the actual glue, and that stays stuck, but I almost feel like it comes off of the material.
There's something weird with it, that's for sure.
If you use just a teeny little bit on corners, but I still think it's unnecessary because a proper de-wax and clean job is enough to make this stuff tack correctly. It's just, you gotta take the time to do it right.
Yep.
Which is where I feel like they lacked. I feel like this thing had a coating or some type of wax underneath it when you're pulling it off. I'm glad there's no significant damage. So what we have is a brand new GMC Denali and a brand new 45-foot Momentum trailer, and they're both going to be wrapped in satin silver vinyl. We're going to do chrome delete, paint the front grille, paint all of the chrome pieces, chrome on the handles, chrome on the window trim, do some window tint, and it's going to look sick. So, And it's hard to capture, but you've got a piece of silicone that comes out a 1/2 of an inch. If I take my vinyl and I stick it to that silicone right there, the vinyl's not gonna stick, it's gonna lift up, it's gonna curl up along that whole edge, and over 1.5 years, 2 years, it completely fell. So what we have to do, this is where all the time comes in, is you gotta come through and scrape that as good as you can, clean it all off, install the vinyl, and then come back through and caulk every edge, around every window, around everything that had silicone so it doesn't fail.
So we use these infrared lamps just to relax the vinyl. Just a more even way of heating it rather than just using a heat gun, which is obviously air. The infrared waves are just a little more consistent heat for heating the vinyl.
We just arrived here in Phoenix, picking up a really special Valentine's gift for one of our clients.